Good morning, everybody. Everything's already all taken down. Breakfast time. More cookies. How did I miss this? Oh my gosh. We're leaving on our way out. Look at these roads. It's like a theme park ride, except more dangerous. Hey guys, I'm exhausted, but I'm still gonna head off to the gym now. I'll see you guys there. Bentley-san. He's like, pet me on my stummy, on my tummy, on my belly, on my stummy. Goo. They fighting, yo. Now the snail's getting in the way. Fight. I'm gonna be making some dinner now. Napa cabbage and some ginger. Delicioso. So as I wash my vegetables, my Napa cabbage, I thought I'd tell you guys a little story. In college, I'm required for my major to take a culinary class, like a restaurant management class and a culinary class. So we learned how to cook in it. It was actually a pretty hardcore class. I don't know if you guys know the show Iron Chef, but it was pretty much, it felt like that. We were grouped up into groups of 4, I think, and then we had 2 hours to cook whatever the theme was for the day. And they were seriously 10 seconds left, 9, and you had to plate it all and stuff like that. And some of the challenges were really hard. When you're done cooking everything, you'd have to put it on the presentation table, and the teacher would come around tasting everything and commenting. He would always come up with something really mean to say to everyone. So we're always so nervous. They would always give us not enough time to cook it, which was really mean. It felt like a TV show all the time. We had to cook a banquet for 5-course meal with 4 people in 2 hours for a banquet of 40 people. So 40 portions. I don't think you understand how much food that is. They told me the menu that day, and we had to make cinnamon ice cream. That was the biggest nightmare one. There's not enough time to make cinnamon ice cream in 2 hours. I was like, where's the ice cream maker? They're like, no, you have to boil the cream. And then you have to, and I was like, well, where's the ice cream maker to make the ice cream? They're like, no, you have to churn the ice cream by hand for 2 hours. And I was like, 40 portions of ice cream to churn in 2 hours and for it to harden? I was like, that's so impossible. On top of that, we had to make a 5-course meal. So I was just like, this is so crazy. And so I was churning the ice cream and trying to cook the other food at the same time, and I was just like, this is so crazy. And within the 2 hours, of course, it's impossible to come up with frozen ice cream. I came up with a soft serve ice cream, and they're like, we can't serve this. And they threw it away, and I was felt so bad. In the beginning of the lab, they would lay out all the food, and they would take it away in 5 minutes, and you wouldn't have enough time. So what you have to do is you actually have to memorize every single little thing that you needed to do, because there was no time to look at the recipe. And they would grade us really, really hard, so that was a nightmare. That's kind of why I'm just kind of food, cooking. So this is what I did. I just chopped up the Napa cabbage into small pieces. I have my ginger right over here, and I'm just heating up the pan here. I got the Sukiyaki beef here, which I'm gonna fry with butter. It's so good. 2 years later, in my, was it senior year? I think it was senior year. We had to take another class called restaurant management, and since that first class was Iron Chef, well, this one was Hell's Kitchen. They grouped us up into groups of 16 people, and we had to create a full menu and cook it with actual people. They said 60 people were coming. So you had to create different entrees. And we're a business major. Why do we have to do this restaurant management class? This is a mandatory class. He's like, you guys have to make everything from scratch. That means if you're gonna make noodles, you have to use flour and eggs. Then after that, he's like, and no recipes. So we had to create a whole menu and cook it. And somehow I was assigned to make the bread in 2 hours again. And I'm like, how are we supposed to make bread in 2 hours? There's no way. You have to let the yeast rise and stuff. There's no way you can make bread in 2 hours. On top of that, I do not remember the recipe for bread. And the crazy thing was, after all that, so you have to, when someone would order a food, you have to be able to cook it within, I think 7 to 15 minutes, and if you don't, he yells, "You're fired!" And you have to get out of the kitchen, and you get an F for the day. I was like, my gosh, this is definitely Hell's Kitchen. So I just added my Napa cabbage. Sukiyaki beef, which is what I bought, is really thinly sliced beef, so it actually cooks really fast. It's kind of paper thin, and it's really good. It just melts in your mouth, so I love that. And that culinary class was super hardcore. I'd have to say that the cooking portion was only about 25% of the actual class. Most of it was actually learning like all the different reactions like at a chemical food chemistry level, and we had to know all the bacteria that went into everything. We had to get certified for food code and everything like that. So it was really hardcore. We learned how to just make really difficult food, so I don't even know how to make simple stuff. This is about as simple as it gets. Ta-da! And then now, gotta add the white rice that I made. Mmm, delicious. 1/3 of each. And that's how the Asian boy does it. Dinner time! Oh no. What's going on? I waste so much time. The bat stash. First astronaut problems. My nose itches. No. I was just going through and updating my list of movies that I watch. I have a spreadsheet that I keep. See, a Google Docs with like the years and everything like that. I have the movie and my rating. I just wanted to talk about some movies that weren't that critically acclaimed, but I liked them. I'm sure you have a lot of movies that you really liked that were not really good movies, but you're like, but I personally like them a lot. And so here's a list of my favorite bad movies. My favorite bad movie that I've seen more than almost any movie was Charlie's Angels, and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle. When I was younger, I would watch it every single day. I liked it. I liked the movie. It was so fun. I liked watching chicks fight. Seriously, like any movie with that, I'll watch it. My next favorite movie that I've seen so many times that I still don't understand why people hated it so much was Speed Racer. Yeah. The Wachowski brothers did it. They did The Matrix. It was awesome. I liked it a lot. Visually, it was amazing. I mean, the movie was a little bit too long, but other than that, the action was great. I think a lot of people were turned off by it because of visually it kind of looked like a cartoon, but it's supposed to be because it's from a TV show, Speed Racer. My next favorite movie that is considered a really bad movie is Jennifer's Body. This is the one with Megan Fox where she's a demon who eats boys. Okay, now this movie is really, really, really bad. But the thing is, they were purposely making a bad movie. And that's what makes it so great. It's better than people who were making a bad movie who thought they were making a good movie. Jennifer's Body was written by Diablo Cody, who also wrote Juno. There's so many one-liners that were so hilarious in that movie. I laughed so hard. She like stabs Megan Fox in the stomach with a pole. And Megan Fox pulls it out and it's just like bleeding. She's like, oh, got a tampon. I quote from that movie all the time. Nuh-uh, it's on Wikipedia. That's fact. My next favorite movie that did really poorly, but I still watch a lot, which is really sad, is Digimon the movie. It was so good. I still watch it and I'm still like, I like the movie. It was totally ripped apart by critics. They were like, this is even worse than the Pokemon movies. Actually, I thought they were better than the Pokemon movies, like way better. Another movie that came out when I was really young was the Brady Bunch movie. Some of you guys are probably like, what's the Brady Bunch? I used to watch it when I was younger on Nick at Night. The funny thing was that when I watched the movie, the Brady Bunch movie, I didn't know that it was an actual spoof of the TV show. Marsha is always about her hair all the time, so she goes to try to model and they tell her, oh, well, if you want to become a model, you're gonna have to cut your hair and get a boob job. And she's like, oh, how dare you tell me to cut my hair? And then she like stamps out. I actually don't like most Adam Sandler movies, but I did like Just Go With It with Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston's daughter in that movie, who plays like the British accent girl, Kiki D. She made me laugh so hard in that movie. Those are the lists of my favorite bad movies. I'm wondering, what movies did you watch that are considered really bad that you really liked? Write in the comments below. Cookie dance! I'm gonna have to do a cookie dance. Is that how he does it? I don't even know. My Blasto there. I have my orange glowing oxides there. Here's my frog spawn. That thing is crazy. Look at it go. Oh, look at my fish. They're all out to play right now. But look at that frog spawn. It's like the sun of the aquarium. Ah, okay, time to go to bed. But before I go to bed, I wanted to share with you one more thing from Failblog. This is pretty hilarious. Top comment, that person with the face there. How did you make that reverse B? This is what the world is coming to. And with that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Guess who I am for Halloween? Here's my Halloween costume. Jeremy Lin, yes. I have my Lin jersey here. Check it out. For those of you who didn't know, earlier this year I was at an airport sitting down at the bar and I heard these two people, oh my gosh, it's Jeremy Lin! And I was like, where? And it turned out they were staring at me and pointing, and they came up to me like, oh my gosh, I'm one of your biggest fans. You average 24 points a game and like all this stuff like that. And I was kind of like, I'm not Jeremy Lin. I don't even think I really look like him. But here, check it out. This picture actually does look like me, right?